Hey friends, welcome to another video. Today I am showing you 12 new books that I have gotten. They're either from the thrift store, the dollar store, or our local half-priced books. So I'm pretty excited to share them with you. Some of them look really exciting. No! My dogs are trying to get in my office. I'm trying to film out here so I'm not distracted, but I don't think that's gonna work. A lot of them are YA. Well, the ones from the dollar store are definitely YA. And then a series that I got from Goodwill looks like it's definitely YA. And two of them are, I think they're available on Book of the Month. One of them is for sure. And the other ones, I just thought they looked cool because I'm a cover buyer, I'm not gonna lie. So the first book that I want to show you guys is from the dollar store and it's called Oak Wing. And look how cute this is! Isn't that the cutest cover you've ever seen? But the little quote on the back that kind of draws you in, it says, "Being a fairy is a lot more dangerous than you think." So it's about a fairy whose mom is kidnapped and she has to fight this evil fairy to get her mom back. And she uses her friends, and her friends are animals from the local zoo in her area. I think this is in London. Yeah, it's in London. So it's just a fairy rescuing her mom with her friends from another evil fairy, and I think that's so cute. I'll probably read this one just because it sounds adorable. I am a YA reader, so if that's not your thing, move on. But I'll probably gift this one to my niece, but she's 10 years old. I think she's turning 11 this year, so I'll probably give her this one, and I just think it's adorable, and I'm kind of excited to read it. But this was from the dollar store, so I know that dollar store doesn't like stock the same books every time. Like, I've never really seen the same one stocked more than once there, so just go to your local dollar store and see what they have. Oh my gosh, my dogs are whining so bad. Can you hear that? No. They're just staring at me. Oh, Rogan's crying. So the next one is also a YA fantasy book from the dollar store, and it is called Maribel and the Book of Fate. This looks really cute. I love the name Maribel. So this is another like rescue adventure kind of book. So these two are twins, and the boy is a prince. She feels like she's kind of second best to her twin brother because he's royalty, and so he gets kidnapped and she has to go on a like fairy tale adventure to rescue him. So she has to battle like trolls and dragons and all of those fantasy things to rescue him. And I haven't heard of this one either, but it sounds really cute and fun and adventurous. And of course, I'll probably get this one to my niece too after a while. Maybe, I don't know, if I like it, she might just have to come over and read it here. It sounds super cute, and I'm excited to read this one too. I'm not going to give like huge synopsis on them, obviously, because I haven't read them yet, but they look really cute. And again, another dollar store find. Who'da thunk? So my next dollar store find is called Wing and Claw Cavern of Secrets. And I don't know if this is part of a series. I'm assuming it is because it has a number 2 on the side, but I might be wrong. I don't know, but it looks really good. And obviously another YA fantasy book, but the pages are serrated. I think that's the right word for it. They're like textured on the sides. I don't know if you can see it, but I am a sucker when like books have that little extra fling to it. I'm like, yep, I don't even care what it's about. I'm getting it and I'm gonna read it just because I love when they have the cool little extra details to it. I don't know. And I mentioned before in my gift haul video that like textured paper is like my favorite thing for some reason. I don't know. So I'm excited to read this one. I love the cover. That looks so cool. I love the colors. It reminded me of Gregor the Overlander, which was my favorite book in middle school. And I need to find those books. I actually don't have them, but I read them and I was obsessed. Like, I literally had like dreams of being in like the fantasy world that she created. It looks really cool, and it's about a boy who's been living in the mountains. I don't know if it's his whole life or for a while, but it's time to return home. So he has to just have an adventure on his way home, and I think he has to like go through battles with all these supernatural creatures, or fantasy creatures I should say. So it says, yeah, it says the second installment of the spellbinding Wing and Claw trilogy masterfully explores one boy's responsibility to his friends, family, and the wider world. So that sounds really fun. And this is one that I'll probably key. My niece can read it when she comes over. My niece has like 10 times more books than I do, and I have a lot of books. So I think her mom, my sister, would appreciate it if I stopped giving her books, which is going to be hard because the next trilogy I'm going to show you is actually a gift for her. So the last dollar store book that I wanted to show you guys is another trilogy book, and it's called The Wishbreaker by Tyler Whitesides, I think it's called. But this just looked really funny and silly, and I'm definitely going to give this one to my niece because it's very like young adult, like ages 8 to 12. But while I usually like that kind of book, like the other ones are probably the same, but this one just sounded really like silly. So these kids find a genie, and the genie's granting their wishes. There's also like weird things that happen, so each wish has like a consequence. So it says on the back, like, for every wish you must accept consequence, like having your mouth stuffed with feathers. And each genie has like an impossible mission that they have to accomplish, and so I think they just help their genie accomplish whatever mission it is, and like silly funny things happen every time they make a wish. So it just sounded really cute and funny. Like the front of it says more wishes, more problems. So the wishes don't always come true the way that they expect them to. It kind of reminds me of the Fairly Odd Parents, if you guys have ever seen that. But anyways, this sounded super cute, so I'm definitely gonna give this one to my niece. And again, only $1. I'll have to find the other two in the trilogy, but it just sounded super cute and funny, and my niece is like super sanguine and silly and goofy, so I think she's gonna love this one. My dogs are still staring at me. Rogan is literally just laying down, like, staring at me. He looks so mad at me right now. My bandana keeps slipping off. I spilled like a ton of coconut oil on this thing this morning when I got out of the shower, so it smells nice. Okay, I still have like 8 more books to show you guys, but the trilogy I'm just gonna show all at once. Ugh. So this one I got from Goodwill, and it is called The Heroes of Olympus. But I've never heard of this book series, and it has 3 of the books. I don't know if there's more. I'm assuming there is, but it has book 1, 2, and 3, and they're all called something different. So this first one is called The Lost Hero. The book cover looks pretty cool, and these are by Rick R. And these are pretty thick, and I bet you my niece will finish this book in probably 2 days. Like, it's insane to me how fast she reads. It makes me feel incompetent. But it has really, really good reviews. One of the like reviews on the back, it says, "Look no further for the next Harry Potter, meet Percy Jackson as legions of fans already have." Is this Percy Jackson like related? I've never read Percy Jackson, so I have no idea. But they are like Disney, so it shows on the bottom here that they're like Disney stories or related. I don't know. Book number 2 is called The Son of Neptune, and I think I got these all for $2, and it has a tag on there for $13, so I don't know if... Oh, I just opened it and found a picture of a child. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to show this, but this smile on this child is hilarious. Anyway, so that's book number 2. And then book number 3 says The Mark of Athena, which I know about Athena. I studied her in high school, but it looks like some more adventure books. I'm assuming they go on adventures to like... Oh, these are related to Percy Jackson. Okay, so the 3rd book, the first part says, just when she's about to be reunited with Percy after 6 months of being apart thanks to Hera, it looks like Camp Jupiter is preparing for war. Okay, so these are related to Percy Jackson. Okay, I might have to get my niece the Percy Jackson book. She probably already has them. So these are Percy Jackson related, I guessed. Yeah, if you like Percy Jackson, maybe get these books. But I got these from Goodwill for like $2 a piece. And they're actually in really good shape, so I think my niece is gonna freak out. I think she's gonna love these. Okay, I'm almost done, I swear. My bandana keeps slipping off. Must be all that coconut oil. Okay, the next 3 books I'm gonna share are from Goodwill. And this first one is called Strike Me Down by Mindy Mejia. I actually don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm assuming this is some kind of thriller. It says The Truth Will Save You. So it's about a forensic accountant, okay, in Minneapolis. Oh, Minnesota, yay. See, I don't even really like read these, honestly. I'm really horrible at buying books. I just buy them when they look cool or like the title sounds catchy. And I love thrillers, so I read the title and I was like, oh, that's gotta be cool. So this girl Nora works as a forensic accountant in Minneapolis, and she's unearthed millions of stolen dollars in every corner of the world. And then her firm is hired by this company to locate some money. And then just the bottom of the synopsis, because I don't want to read all this because it's like a lot, but it says, when Nora is hired to find both the thief and the money, she must hide a secret tie to Strike, which is the company that hired her, that threatens her independence and pulls her into a world of powerful ambitions and dangerous obsessions. Alrighty then. But it has some really good reviews on the back. But this was a title / cover buy because it looks like an interesting thriller. Review on the cover, it says, unlike anything I've ever read, a must read. So hey, you convinced me because I bought it. Next book was a cover buy. But in case you don't know this about me, I am obsessed with hummingbirds. They're like my thing. Growing up, my grandma, oh, I can't believe I just called her grandma. That was weird. Nana, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you grandma. My Nana, she lives in California. I'm from California, and there are hummingbirds everywhere, and I lived there for a while growing up, and ever since then, like, hummingbirds have just been my thing. And there's a hummingbird on the cover of this book, and it's called Sun, Sand, Murder. And it has a first crime novel award winner on it, so I'm assuming that means it's really good, but it's by John Keese Walker. I think I said that right. I didn't read what this is about. I literally saw the cover and the title and grabbed it. So let's see what it's about. Okay, so it's about a cop on a remote sun-drenched island in the British Virgin Islands. So he never thought he'd ever have to like actually solve a crime because he lives on a tiny island, but then to his shock, he finds a biologist who traveled to the island every winter for research lying dead on the sands of the island's most remote beach, killed by a single shot to the head. Ooh. Apparently there's a lot of plot twists and turns in this. Okay. I love plot twists because I can never guess them. I never see them coming. So I'm like a read in the moment kind of person. So this sounds really good and really fun and entertaining. And it's Minnesota, and it was literally minus 21 degrees this morning, so I'm cool reading a book about the BVI because I would love some sunshine right now. I don't know if I'm going to read this one actually soon or if I might hold off on it. I have a few books on my TBR. I might do a TBR video if that's actually something that people watch. I don't know if it's like a thing that people do. Well, I know it's a thing that people do, but I don't know if that's something like people actually... Let me know if you want to see a TBR video. Because I have quite a few book of the month books that I want to read soon while there's still snow on the ground. But I also kind of want to read this one because it's cold outside. So we'll see. Okay, I had to take a brief intermission for the pups. So the next Goodwill book that I have is called Rogue Wave by Jennifer Donnelly. And another cover by... I'm horrible. Okay. So it's about 6 mermaids. I'm assuming they're sisters. The mermaids are direct descendants of the 6 who ruled, powerful mages who once governed the lost empire of Atlantis. And the evil that destroyed Atlantis is starting to stir again, and the mermaids can defeat it. To do so, they need to find magical talismans that belong to them. So they basically just have to go on an adventure to find their talismans so that they can gain their powers and then defeat the evil that destroyed their home of Atlantis however many years ago. It looks really beautiful. I mean, this cover is stunning. I love all the colors, and I am a sucker for mermaid stuff because I wanted to be Ariel when I was little. That was my favorite Disney movie. It sounds really fun and adventurous and magical and cute, and it is another Disney book. So I don't know if this is like a popular story that everybody knows about except for me. But again, this one was from Goodwill for like $2. So, and it's in really good shape. It is hardcover, so I'm really excited to read this one. I'll probably read it this summer. We live on a lake, so I'll probably just venture on down to the beach and read this and imagine what I would look like if I was a mermaid. Okay, the last two books that I have for you guys are from the local store, Half Price Books. And I was so excited because I got these books for $4 and $7. One of them is a Book of the Month book, and that is The Night Swim by Megan Golden. And this was actually suggested by a booktuber that I follow, and it's a thriller of some kind. I don't even think it's a thriller. I think it's just like a mystery, just a mystery kind of story. But it's a girl that has a true crime podcast, becomes like super famous. She kind of went viral, as we would say in our day. So she starts to get notes from somebody asking her for help to cover a story that happened in their town because the crime was never solved. So she goes to this town to try to solve this crime, and she's asking a lot of questions, and the town is like refusing to answer. The crime is about a woman who tragically drowned, but the letters that this woman is getting to help solve the crime keep saying that it wasn't an accidental drowning, that she was actually murdered. So a murder mystery thriller. I'm pretty excited to read this one because I've heard a lot of really good things about it, and this is a Book of the Month book, so if you are a Book of the Month member, I highly suggest getting it on there. Unless you find it for cheaper elsewhere like I did. I think, like I said, I think this one was only $4 when I found it at the store. And it's like perfect condition. It's super nice. Again, hardcover because Book of the Month is awesome like that. And there's like the pages are like perfect. Nothing is damaged or anything. So I'm really excited to read this one. So The Night Swim is definitely being added to my list for this year. Okay, one last book. And this one is really popular. I don't know if this one is on Book of the Month. I think it might be. I've seen this one all over the place on like BookTube and Bookstagram, which is so funny saying that. Oh my Bandana. You probably recognize it, seen it everywhere, and that is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. And this is, of course, another cover by. I think this cover is absolutely beautiful. This is another thriller book. Oh wait, I did read the synopsis of this one when I was at the store for like the first time. But I actually kind of related to this one because it says, so after her 25th birthday, Libby Jones returned home to find a letter she's been waiting for her entire life. She rips it open with one driving thought: I am finally going to know who I am. She learns the identity of her parents and that she wasn't actually abandoned like she thought she was, and all this stuff. So I'm excited to read this one because a little background on me. I've never actually met my biological father. He left when my mom was pregnant, but probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I can't believe it's been that long already, I found out that I have a sister down in Mexico because that's where my biological father's from. And I actually got to like video chat with my dad for the first time when I don't remember if it was on my 22nd or 23rd birthday, but I was like, I mean, obviously that's like a huge deal, you know, when you meet your parent for the first time, but I think it was like the summer before that, I found a letter and a bunch of stuff that my mom dropped off for me, and it was a letter from my grandma, from my dad's mom, and it was talking about, you know, like, we know about Harmony, we know how hard it's been for you, and we just want you to know that no matter what happens, like, we love her and she'll always be a part of our family. And I mean, I could write a book about my life, honestly. When I read the synopsis of this book in the store, I was like, I have to get this book. I just thought that was so cool that I just kind of like had that instant relation to the story in a kind of way, which obviously this is going to be very different, but just that little snippet of my life kind of relating was really cool. But this book was also only $7 at the store, which is really amazing because obviously the cover on the inside says that it's like 27 bucks. So my husband and I are bargain shoppers, so I was super pumped when I saw this for only 7 bucks. It does have like some weird textures on the cover, so I don't know if like something splashed on it or if it's supposed to look like that, but either way, I'm really excited to read this one. Well, you guys, I think that's it for all of the books that I found. I was so excited to find all of these at the dollar store and Goodwill and Half Price Books. I like go straight to the book section now when we go to the dollar store because of the ones that I found, especially the one with the serrated edges. The Wing and Claw series. Like, I'm so excited to find 1 and 3 of that one because they just look so fun. But yes, we are definitely thrifters. We love thrift stores, Goodwill, all that kind of thing. If you ever want to see any videos of that, of like how we shop, let me know because I've always wanted to do one of those, but I don't know if that's something that people are actually interested in watching. And we buy everything. Like, I got this shirt on the same trip as I got these books. But I found some other really exciting things. Like, I found some baking dishes and a honey pot and this really beautiful tea kettle that came with like the flowering tea blooms, I guess you'd call them. But anyways, super exciting trip, very fruitful. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I love you guys. I'm so grateful to be here. I'll have more reading vlogs and TBR videos and all that kind of stuff coming up soon. And now that we're almost kind of starting to enter into spring and things like that, we're going to be going on more outdoor adventures, so I hope you guys stick around for that too. But yeah, if you watched this far, leave a little mushroom emoji down in the comments so I know who actually watches all my videos. Thank you guys for watching. Love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!